guys, welcome back to mine and my husband's TTC Journey channel. So it is now May 24th. My last video was March 27th, and at that time I was 2 days past ovulation and we were about to head to Texas for a family vacation. So we had an awesome time in Texas. I ended up being 2 days late on my cycle, and then as we were there, I got my cycle. So I got my period. Did not get pregnant from that. It was so much fun in Texas, by the way. We got to run around with all the kids into their soccer and basketball games and got stuck in a thunderstorm, which if anybody knows Texas thunderstorm, oh my gosh, it was crazy. We also went to Magnolia, and that was just amazing out in Waco, Texas. That's something my husband and I have always dreamed about going to, so it was awesome. We just had a great time with family, and yeah, it was good. I swelled up so bad from the humidity. It was crazy. But anyways, so to jump back into our TTC journey, it's now May 24th. We're going into the end of May, and I ovulate next Friday. So a week from today. That's exciting. So I just want to kind of rewind a little bit. So that April ovulation was unlike any other one that I've had before. Everything went totally smoothly. I don't think I noticed anything different throughout the ovulation. But just a couple days after ovulation, I was getting super nauseous. Like I just wanted to throw up all day at work, wasn't feeling good. I really wasn't eating much and just so exhausted. So I definitely had symptoms there. So on Friday the 10th, which was right before Mother's Day was on Sunday, that Sunday, I took a pregnancy test in the morning, and I bought the Equate like 4 days sooner, I believe it is, pregnancy test brand. So I got a positive line Friday morning, which was so exciting and so crazy. I mean, it was unbelievable. I was so excited. So I got a very faint line, blue line on that morning pregnancy test, morning urine. I'm going to insert the video at the end of the test that I took. So then I had to go to work, and I was like, I'm freaking out. Like, I'm so excited. I get to tell my husband that we're going to have a baby, and tell our moms on Mother's Day, and our dads will be there too. And it was just like, this was picture perfect. I have been, like dreaming about something like this being the perfect way to tell our moms and our dads. So I went to work, came to work actually here where I am now. And I brought another test with me, and I took it at about 2 p.m. and still it was another faint line. I would say it was actually just a tiny bit darker. Tiny bit, hardly any darker. And like I said, these are faint blue lines. So I had some showings that evening. So on my way back towards Hood River, I picked up some pregnancy tests, some first responses at Walmart, and then headed to my showings in the Dalles. So I didn't take any more that evening, but then Saturday morning, I just wanted to give it another day to actually tell Alex, but I was dying, so excited. Oh, I don't know how I didn't say anything, but I really wanted it to be a surprise for him and to do it the way I want to do it. So I bought those pregnancy tests. I spent way too much money on them. But so I took one. He went to work Saturday morning. So I took one Saturday morning, the same brand that I got the other two with, and it was positive. So that was exciting. The next part is I opened up the first response tests, and I took one with the same morning urine with a first response test, and it was actually negative. So that was very interesting to me. It wasn't super weird. So the other brand, like I said, super blue faint line, but it was dark. It was darker than the morning before. So took the first response test, and then I waited a few hours and took another first response test because that's all I had at this point. So and it was negative. And then so I ended up taking 3 first response tests, and those were all negative. So that was, I called my best friends, and I was just freaking out because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I need to call my mom, but I can't call my mom and ruin the surprise. But I had 3 positive pregnancy tests. and I have 3 negative pregnancy tests. So, I mean, they were super excited for me, and they're like, "You're pregnant. This is it. You know, the HCG won't show up unless, you know, you have it in your body." So obviously I got even more excited. My friend that just had her baby 6 months ago, she said, call your doctor's office and see if they can at least like have you come in. And again, this is Saturday. So I called the office, and the assistant there, the doctor's assistant, said, this is not like an emergency type situation. Like, this is exciting, but it's not an emergency type situation. So you're gonna have to wait to make an appointment on Monday. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know, because this is almost Mother's Day. Like, this is an emergency to me. So I didn't end up obviously going to the doctor because it was Saturday. So my friend convinced me to go back to Walmart and to get a different brand. So that was blue dye again, because the blue dye is what was showing my positives and the pink dye was showing the negatives. So I went back to Walmart, got some clear blue tests, and I took one, and it was negative. So this was the afternoon, late afternoon, and it was negative. So I don't know, we just kind of let it go, and I just, you know, tried to calm myself down about it. I wasn't heartbroken at this point. I don't think it really set in yet, but I was definitely like super curious. So throughout that evening, after Alex had been home and everything, I snuck into the bathroom to take another first response, and it was negative as well. So so weird, so weird. So I ended up, like, throughout the evening, I sat down with Alex and I showed him all the pregnancy tests, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't think we're pregnant. I mean, we're not pregnant, so anyways, I think the moral of this part is that I was kind of like, okay, maybe this is a miscarriage, or maybe I just, you know, maybe they just, I don't know, were faulty pregnancy tests. So Sunday morning, Mother's Day morning, I got up and I took another clear blue and another first response, and those were just both stark white negative tests. So Saturday evening, rewind. So before I was going to bed, I had a lot of like heavy clotting in my, you know, my pee, a lot of heavy blood clots, which is normal when I have my cycle, but I wasn't having my cycle. So I'm sorry, let me rewind just a second. So the whole reason I took tests on Friday, which would have only been 10 days past ovulation, was I had some very, very light pink spotting. And like, I have never had spotting throughout any of my cycles. Like, when my cycle comes, it just comes. So I was so curious. So all Friday I had this light pink spotting, and super light, you know, when I would go to wipe. So then back to Saturday evening, I had some blood clots, and then when I got up Sunday morning to go to the bathroom and to take those other 2 tests, I was just bleeding like a bunch of, you know, blood and clots, and it just wasn't good. I ended up having like such bad cramps. I mean, worse than I've ever had in my whole life. I was nauseous, just not feeling well on Mother's Day, and you know, everybody could tell that I wasn't feeling good. So that was not very fun. So we ended up going up to this flower farm and picking some flowers with our moms, and then on the way back, I just kind of let them know what was happening, and we all kind of made a conclusion that it's, you know, sounded like a chemical pregnancy miscarriage. So chemical pregnancy is like when it's super early, you know, super early, like the egg hasn't really even implanted in your uterus, or it just has, and then you just, you know, miscarried it. So Mother's Day didn't end up being a big announcement. That's okay though. We're okay with it. I haven't had to grieve this loss, because really it was more the excitement, getting so excited and so excited to tell my husband, and then just the letdown. I really tried not to, you know, get my hopes up, and I don't think I had time to really. So luckily enough, the tests were positive and then negative right away. So I think if I would have went a few days being positive, it would have been pretty bad. So now we are May 24th, and I ovulate next Friday. So I've definitely done a lot of things different since the last cycle. We've been not stressing about, you know, this upcoming ovulation and cycle. So I've been doing like the Mayan abdominal massage to get your uterus, you know, kind of happy and healthy, and then you stop that after you ovulate, obviously, because you don't want to knock the egg and sperm out. So I've been eating a lot better. We've been walking a lot more, just trying to stay healthy, not put as many products on my face and on my body, and just, yeah, taking it easy. I went and did acupuncture. So I had a free gift certificate, so I was like, oh, I might as well try fertility acupuncture, and it seemed great at the time. I'm sure it ended up helping. It's helping me. I ended up having a migraine for 2.5 days after, so that was awful. But I'm just excited, and hopefully that all these things that we've been doing, and hopefully we'll get some good news. And if not, you know, we're just gonna keep trying, and we're staying positive. And especially as we go into summer here, it's just like, we just want to enjoy this time in our lives. And, you know, if we end up getting pregnant, we do. And if we don't, we're going to be okay. But that's my update for April, May. So here we go. Anyways, so that's my update for the April and May cycles. So we are going to, you know, head into this new cycle with a positive mindset, and hopefully we get some great news. That would be so exciting. But I am also gonna play in my videos from taking tests and finding out, and then I don't think I took any after they were negative, but I'm doing okay. We're doing okay. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more content of our TTC journey.